Yeah, hi. Today's topic is about Maven. So, Maven, let me create an. First of all, let me download the Maven software. For it, I need to go to Archie Software Foundation. You can go there. You can see. You can go to download. Okay, and you can see that the latest version is 3.5.4, and at the bottom you can see different kinds of files and the corresponding links. And here you can see two binary archives and two source archives. Here the source archive is nothing but if at all you want to make any kind of modification to the Maven source code itself, then you have to download the source. But here we are just making use of the Maven software. So I will go over the binary. Again, in the binary we have two different the softwares. One is tarbal, other one is a zip archive. Tar is a tar, but it's a compression. It's a compressed file, and GZ is it stands for the gun zip. It's also another compression. And usually the tarbals are for the Linux applications. Here we are nowhere dealing with the Linux. Ours is Windows, so we need to download binary zip archive. Let me click it and download. Okay, I have already downloaded and extracted to my folder. I've extracted my folder, placed in this location. You can see this is the extracted file. So once we extract, we have the two different things to do. One is one is to set the path for it. Again, we have two parameters to set. The first one is m2 underscore home. In recent um, the latest systems, this field is not required to set up, but it's good to go with it. And we have other parameters, that is path. Okay, here in the home m2 underscore home, we will be mentioning the home directory of the Maven. Okay, so let's go to environment variables, edit system environment variables, and environment variables, we have two different variables, user variables and system variables. User is for nothing but if you're only specifically set up amount for environment variables for only the particular user, then you have to go for it. If it is for the complete system, then you have to come here and set up. Now let's go to m2 underscore home. Yeah, m2 underscore home. Here you can see I have directly set up the home directory of the Maven software. And once it is done, we need to set up path. Let's go to path, edit, and you can see I have set up the bin location of the Maven. So actually, what does bin contain? Bin contains all the let me first of all open the location. Bin contains all the Maven commands, and one of the important commands that we usually use is mvn. Mvn is a command. Okay, then let's go to command prompt and try. And the main importance of setting up the path for Maven is uh, once we set up, we will be able to run the Maven commands anywhere we want. Okay, Let me go to the command prompt. See here, I'm in the user sheet. Even from here I can run the Maven commands. MVN. First of all, let's look at what's the version. To look at the version, we need to enter Maven version. I think. Okay. So this is the command, we need to enter hyphen. Yes, our current Maven software is 3.5.4. Okay. So as we are here, the first of all, let's discuss about what are the different architecture types. The architecture types is nothing but here the Maven gives supports to many different the project architectures. Okay, so it has a different, for each and every the project it maintains a specific folder structure, but the important thing is this is the quite common here. So first of all, for the Maven, um, so this is the structure it maintains. Source, it has a POM file. POM file is basically in a it's a configuration file, and at this level again you have two different things. um, One is main, other one is test. The main, again you have two different things. One is Java, other one is resources. And even here we have the same kind of structure. So once we compile, here the source file will be having actual Java file on all the configuration, the properties will be present here. And test will be having the our corresponding Java files, JUnit test cases. And we have, once we compile, we'll be also having the compile the class files in the target folder. It will be created once we compile. Okay, so as I said, this is the structure for any Maven project. And Maven supports a different the projects. It may be Angular, it may be Spring Boot, or it may be any other, it may be a Spark, it may be any kind of application. It supports many different projects. So first of all, let's go to the command prompt and to see what are the different kinds of projects it can list out. For that we need to enter Maven archie type generate. Yeah, it's building Maven stuff project. It's saying generating project in the interactive mode. Interactive mode is nothing but it's going to show, it's going to list out the few options for us, and we need to select one option we want. Okay. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds. It's taking time to list out the different projects. Let me maximize it. And the other important thing is I forgot to tell about the Maven. The other thing what I forgot is to talk about Maven software. Yeah, here once we download, you can see the size of the Maven. it's just in MBs. Where is it, Maven? Yeah, you can see the Maven software is just in MBs, megabytes. So do you feel that it's, do you think that it is, the complete software? No, actually it's not the complete software. uh, so it's going to download the basic software, basic things to require the commands and all the stuff. Once we run the Maven, Maven tools, it's going to download the software required plugin from directly from the central repository. So here we have two kinds of repositories. One is local, other one is central. Here is local is nothing but our folder location. It creates a folder with the name .m2 where you have some repository. So this is called as a local repository. So first of all, it will check the .m2 repository file whether our required plugin, required Maven goal, required Maven um, the project is available there or not. Once it is not, then it will go to central repository. Central repository is nothing but internet. It will go there and download it to the Maven repository. Okay. Okay. So let's look at our the commands. Yeah. So once you enter Maven archetype generate, it's going to as I said, it's going to go generate the project in the interactive mode. It's going to list out all the different projects it has, it can support, it has. So let's go down. You can see it can support close to 1390 projects. Yeah, and if I selected my default project is 2. So if at all you want to go with it, you enter 2 and enter, or else if you want to go with any specific project, enter that particular number which is present out here. Let's say that if you want to go with 1318, enter 1318 here, or if at all you want to go with the default project, then simply enter. Again, once we enter the desired project, and you can see here our selected project is an archetype Maven archetype quick start version, and it's asking for the version to select. I want to go with the default version which is already selected out here, so I will simply enter. So it's saying it's downloading that particular project from the okay, let me close it and then let me open one more time. Sorry, let me go to one specific folder. So I want to create project here, so simply I will enter command prompt from the, so here I will enter Maven archetype but in the real time we'll be not using those commands. We'll be simply using Eclipse, where it's quite user friendly, fast, and we can quickly complete our project. We don't have to bother about all these things. Simply select the one and go ahead. We don't have to spend the most of the time on it. This is basic. The basic. It's very much important to understand how exactly this works. Here I have entered Maven archetype generate. Yeah, I think it's generating a project in the interactive mode. Let's wait for some time to list out the projects. From there we can go ahead and select a required project. Yeah, it has listed out all the projects. You can see it has close to 1390 projects in it, and we have already have entered so it has selected my default project and it's asking for the version. I want to go with the first. I want to go with the default version, which is already selected, and it's saying it's downloading the project. I'm not sure what's the reason. Okay, it's saying that the selected the project is not available. So let me enter one more time. It's taking time here. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Yeah, now it has generated projects. Now instead of the default project, let's select some other one. Okay, we'll select 1313. Apache type Java 8, they will select 1312. 1312. Click enter. It's asking the project. I want to go with the latest. I want to go with the default version. I've selected the project as 1312, and you can see it's downloading few things from the central repository, and it's going to place and it's going to create a project. It's asking for the group ID. Group ID is nothing but our package name. So I will say it com.A.S.I.F, and artifact ID it's asking for the project name. We'll say simply my app, and version, and it's showing the version what we have selected. Snapshot. I will talk about the versions, and it's asking for the confirmation. Yeah, I say that it's created. The group ID is asked if not affected its version, and the package name, the camel version, all those things. And I'm asking for the confirmation. Simply press enter. Now it's done. You can see the build is successful. Now you can go to the location, user, desktop, project, and check for the project. As I said, as I have already shown you the project structure. So let me go to this folder. You can see we have created the project name with my app, and again we will be having two folders, two locations. One is a BOM XML, which is the configuration file. Other one is a source folder, and we also have some readme. So let's go to source. In source we'll be having two folders, main and Java, main and test. In the menu again we will be having Java and resources. In Java we'll be having our Java file, and here inside the Java we have the package name what we have mentioned com.asif. In this asif we'll be having our Java file. So you can see here even the Maven has created a few sample Java files which are required for this project. Let's go back to test. Even here we'll be having two folders. One is the Java and resources. In Java we'll be having the project the package ID, package com A.S.I.F, and it's going to create required JUnit files. So here it's not so important. Let's go to the POM file and see what exactly it has. Yeah. So here you can see the root folder is project. In the project we have the model version. It's not so important out here, but it has its describing its own version package that we have selected, the group ID and package. How we want to do the packaging? How we want to do the packaging? So once we this thing name, the properties, dependency management, dependencies. We have few dependency. We have few plugins. So the Maven downloads everything in the form of plugins from the central repository. So if at all you want to, you can see here in the dependency management we have dependency stack. In dependencies we have the few dependencies. By default it has um, mentioned apache.camel because it's in a camel project, and it has a description about its group ID, artifact ID, version, scope and type. Simply the whatever the dependency you want, you can simply go to Google and enter. Let's say that if you want Spring dependency, you can simply go to Maven. Um, you can simply click go to Google and search for the name Spring Maven repository. It's going to show the dependency. You can simply copy then paste it here in the pom.xml file. So once you the compiler is going to automatically download. Let's go to the internet and download the required jar files. And I have also discussed about the Maven goals and Maven life cycles.